Hello, 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 Can-Am VIPers. Lori here on a Sunday afternoon, but I pre-recorded this, so it is Wednesday. This is a special VIP kit. I worked in collaboration with my mom. If you don't know who my mom is, Sandy Patterson from Sandy's Wreath Attachments. And she came up with this really super cute scarecrow. Like, look how cute this is. Isn't it beautiful? And then there's the back. So I've paired it up with 3 meshes: a bright gold mesh, a gold burgundy mesh, and a burgundy mesh. I am going to do like a starburst type flower with the rolled petal. And I'm just using this right in the center of it, and that's all I'm adding. However, with this kit, you do get the 3 rolls of mesh, you get the attachment, you get 2 pipe cleaners to attach to the back, and you get 100 zip ties. So if you want to do your kit different than me, please feel free. You can use ribbons if you have some at home that match with bows and tails and all that. With time constraints, I just decided to do just a starburst flower, really simple, and the scarecrow will be showcased in this flower. Okay, so I'm just going to put the mesh aside. I cut each piece of my mesh at 11 inches. I know that sounds funny. The reason I did 11 is 11 inches just gives it a little bit more length to the mesh, because this attachment is pretty big. So I wanted my starburst wreath flower as big as I could get it without using row 1. Okay, so I cut all of it at 11, and I will tell you how many pieces in 1 second. Now you can do your wreath attachment. There is little slits here that you can put your pipe cleaners through. Or what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some glue right in the middle here. And I'm just going to put a cable mount on. And then I'll be able to just put it right into the center of the large board. Now, if you want to use ribbons and make a bow and all that stuff, you can use the attachments, and you can have your, your scarecrow to the side with a bow and everything. So it's totally up to you how you want to use it. I'm just going to give you guys just an example of how I'm going to do it. Alrighty. So of course I've already started, because this would take me forever. So for row 2, I did 32 pieces of bright gold. Okay. Row 3, I did all the holes, and there's 24 pieces of the gold and burgundy. And then row 4 and row 5 is just the burgundy. So I wanted to have the scarecrow on the burgundy so it would really make the scarecrow pop. All right, so I used all holes, shared and everything for each row. So I used 32 bright gold, 24 burgundy gold, 16 burgundy, and 8 burgundy. And then there's the holes we're going to put in the center. So when I flip this over, look at this gorgeousness. So you can see, touches. You can see that the it is a little bit longer, the petals, and that's what I wanted, because once I put my scarecrow on the center, look how pretty. We'll zoom that out. Isn't that pretty? So the scarecrow is the center of the attention, and the mesh is just an afterthought. Okay, so here's my massive amount of zip ties. And like I said, I cut all my mesh at 11 inches. So there's 32 gold. You're going to take one of the inserts of the mesh, curl up, put it right the corner, the bottom corner right in the center, and roll to the other corner. And with 11 inches, when you roll it, you can see it you can see it overlap the bottom corner. Not that that's a big deal. Pull it out, give it a tug, flip it, and I'll trim. I did not heat seal these. I just cut them with the rotary cutter, because once it's all in there, I'll just trim all the little strings, and once you trim it, it pretty much stops fraying. Okay, so I'm doing one piece in each zip tie. It's time consuming wreath, but in the end it'll be so worth it, because it'll be like a wow. So your hands may get tired after a bit of rolling and stuff, so do take a break. If your hands get too sore, because you can always come back and know exactly where you need to begin again. And I hope you guys are doing all well. When you watch this video, I will be just loading, or just getting on the cruise ship to go to Alaska. So there is a minimal amount, there's a limited amount of these kits available. So if you want one, you got to grab it right away. Now, if we sell out really fast and a lot of people still didn't get one and they really want one, when I get back, we'll find out who still wanted one, and I can talk to my mom and see if she can make more of the scarecrows. I do have extra of the mesh left, so it wouldn't be an issue, you know, getting more stocked up, hopefully. Although my mom's quite busy right now. All right, so that's row 2, all the gold. So make sure you pull these petals and make them nice. Pull them all out, lay them flat. Next row we're going to do is the burgundy gold. It's a 2-tone. Now you don't have to do your colors like me. You can do burgundy on the outside, then gold, and then the burgundy gold on the inner. It's totally up to you. It's your wreath. You put the colors however you would like. This is only a suggestion. And this wreath is big. It's big. But I like doing wreaths like this when I have something that I really want people to see, that I don't want to get lost in a whole bunch of ribbons and bows and everything. And this wreath attachment my mom made is one of those things. So, and we all know wreath attachments are not cheap, especially if they're handmade. So the last thing you want to do is have it hiding or blending in too much that you don't even see it. So I did cut 24, still at 11 inches, 24 of the burgundy gold. And just spinning around. Like I said, it's not hard to do, just a bit time consuming. I wouldn't heat seal your mesh. You don't need to. I have very little frays going on here. The rolled petal hides quite a bit. Alrighty. We are done the gold. Burgundy. So we did 24 of those. Now we're going on row 4 with just burgundy. Row 4 is 16 burgundy. And row 5 is 8 burgundy. Again, curl up. You want your factory edges on the top left, bottom right, and roll from corner to corner. And I like to flip them up that you can see the whole piece instead of this half piece. And then you just keep going around the zip ties and rolling them and putting them in. All right, last one on this row. So that's 16 on row 4. And then we got 8 on row 5, and then we will put our attachment on. I want to push the nub down as flat as possible when you're doing these. All right, we have one more burgundy left and we are done. Tug, flip. Okay. These off. And we are ready to put our attachment on. I'm going to go pull them all out so they're all nice and straight. Flip this over. And make sure we got all the zip ties. I think we do. Okay, we're going to put our hanging zip tie on. So down and up. There we go. There's our hanger. And now we're going to put our attachment on. All right, so the top is where your hanger is. So you don't want to put your face in upside down. So you're going to put the 2 pipe cleaners down the center holes here. Alright, I'm going to pull it just till it hits the mesh. Just like that. Alrighty, give it a spin. I'm going to cut this off. Put it down the holes. And we are done. So again, 32 light gold, 24 burgundy gold, and then you got 24 of burgundy that you need to cut. And like I said, I cut them at 11 inches just to make it a bit longer. And go around, make sure all the colors are coming out. And this is a big bad boy. It is 30 inches. 30 inches. How cute is that? Like, super, super cute. There's no ribbons to fool around with the tails and everything, and you definitely can see this beautiful wreath attachment that was made. Okay, guys, that's it. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you guys when I get back from vacation. Everybody be well, be safe, and go get your wreath kits now while there's still some available. All right, everybody. Bye.